Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh. I am feeling much better now, but when I woke up today, I overdid it a little bit last night with the walking, and then when I got back from my walk, I lifted a little bit. And I put together this whole, I found things online for a basic at-home strength training thing, and then I kind of combined it with what the personal trainer had told me to do. And so it's just a very, very simple, strength training, free weights thing. And I did that last night, and this was my entry into getting back into weightlifting and strength training. And I didn't, last night when I got done with all of that, I was drinking some water out here, and I was talking on the phone, and then, well, I'll tell you everything I did last night. But anyway, I felt really good last night. I mean, I don't know, those endorphins were probably kicking in and stuff like that. But this morning I woke up, and I was I feel a little bit better now. In fact, when I got up, the first thought in my head was, I am not walking today. I was like, there's no way. My legs were so sore. My legs actually late last night got really sore as well. But I was like, my legs are so sore. There is no way that I can walk. And then I got up to go into the bathroom, and my shoulders hurt. So I was like, oh my God, I'm sore all over. Now, I feel a little bit better now. Actually, when I was just getting my coffee in the kitchen, I was like, I think that I can walk tonight. I just keep on pushing it. But I am loving my walk so much that I don't want to not walk. But I'm like, maybe I need to take a day. Maybe I need to take a breather. Anyway, speaking of coffee, I kind of forgot those new cups that I bought at Sullivan's. And I was talking yesterday. I was sitting out here, and so this has been what just happened in the last half an hour. So we were laying in bed, and we were trying to decide what we were going to do and whatever. And Alex was like, so what are you going to do? I said, I think I'm going to go vlog. I said, I'm not sure if I want to film any other videos or not and whatever. And he said, okay. And then our friend called. So this is the friend that, the two couples, okay, the cabin trip that we went to. So the cabin couple, that's going to be their nickname, the cabin couple. The cabin couple, they are moving into not the cabin. They sold their house and they're moving in, this has nothing to do with the cabin, but they own the cabin. So they sold their house and they're moving into a new house this weekend. And so then the wife of the other couple, she called Alex. She was coming home from her daughter's game, and she called Alex and said, do you want to run out there, which is 40-minute drive from here, and was like, do you want to run out there and see their new house and take them some stuff out there, like a housewarming gift or whatever. And he was like, yeah, sure. So I was like, that's perfect, because then I can vlog, and then when you come back we can watch TV, and I can walk if I want to or whatever. So anyway, so he just left about 5 minutes ago with her. She came here and picked him up. Before that, when she pulled up, I was out feeding my bird feeders. I was showing her everything. I was like, there's 1 or 2 carrot slices left out in the yard that I put out there for the rabbits last night. I was sitting out here and I could see the rabbits out. There's 2 rabbits out in the yard. It made me so happy. But I was showing her how I spread the corn. The ducks came over while she was here. I was like, this is what she's like, I love this. I was like, this is what my life has become. So anyway, so then they left, and then I went inside and I poured my coffee. There's a little bit of that pollen right on the edge of my coffee. So I was sitting out here and I was reading the comments from the vlog, and which I'll probably read some and answer, because people were asking me questions last night. Have I seen this show? Have I seen that show? So I'll respond to some of the comments towards the end of this. Plus, it made me so happy. There were 2 or 3 people, because yesterday, Dee had said on several videos that, she was like, I wish you would, read one of my comments or whatever. And so, specifically yesterday for Dee, I gave her a little shout out in the video. And there were, 2 or 3 people, and she was so excited about that. That made me so happy, Dee, that you were so excited about that. But anyway, there were, 2 or 3 people that were oh my God, I've been somebody said they were sitting on a bus, and then they heard their name in my vlog because I read their comment. They got so startled. I didn't realize that people like that so much. When I do that probably, I don't know, every 4th or 5th vlog, I'll go through and read comments. And I'll tell you this, if your name is something like Judy Smith, or if it's something that, but if it's if it's something that I don't know what it means, purple pickled fairy from outer space or something, I'm probably not going to read that. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. And also, if it's letters and numbers and I don't know what it means, I won't read it. But if it's I'll say Judy. I'll read part of the profile name. I don't usually read the whole name on there. So anyway, But that made me so happy. People are like, oh my God, I love when my name gets, you know, like, read in a comment section. So I'll respond to some comments. I didn't realize that vlog yesterday was as long as it was. It was like over an hour and 20 minutes. But anyway, I'll respond to some comments at the, towards the end of the vlog. But a couple people commented because I said, do you pick out your cup to match your drink or whatever mood you're in? Like, picking out the cup, it's not just the glass for me, like this glass, right? Which you can't even see the bottom. I mean, you can see it, but it's like green on the bottom, which is the best part of it. It's not just about picking out the glass that matches, like, the drink that I'm drinking, but it's also very much to the mood that I'm in. So, like, if I'm watching, like, a scary show or a Halloween show, sometimes I'll use, like, a Halloween or a scary, like, or something that reminds me of, like, fall, like those Pendleton mugs that I have. I'll use, like, one of those mugs to drink coffee out of. It's very, like, I have to, like, I pick cups and, I don't know. Anyway, but a couple people mentioned that they, like, specifically, they're like, oh, I do that too. Like, I match the cups or whatever to my mood or whatever. Because I was talking about the pink lemonade, and I have to be able to see the, this would have been such a perfect cup for the pink lemonade. Because then you would have been able to see the green on the bottom and the pink lemonade. Oh, well, I wanted coffee instead. This is my first coffee of the day. So when I was standing in the kitchen, I was going to just pull up my regular cup to put some iced coffee in it. I was like, oh no, for the people out there that are like me, that match their cups, we're going to have a fancy cup today. So this is the Sullivan's. Well, Sullivan's is a nursery up the street. So, oh, and I was having a very serious conversation with my neighbor this morning. She was texting, and Mel and I were texting and talking about what we were doing today. Mel's going grocery shopping today. And then, what did she say she was going to do after that? She took take a long walk with the dogs. Okay, but my neighbor was texting me. So my neighbor said, can you help me decide on a shoe? And then she sent me, well, you know what, I should ask you guys actually. So then she sent me these 4 shoes. 1, 2, this is option number 1, option number 2, option number 3, option number 4. Okay, now, she really, really likes the platform one. But I'll be honest with you, because I've got the gray plastic ones on right now. I have so many of these plastic ones. So they're all plastic Birkenstocks. She's got a couple different, she's got yellow, and then she's got some of the tie-dye ones like me, but they're different. They're like purple and green tie-dye. I sometimes fall out of these, like when I'm coming out the door and stuff like that. Like, I have fallen out this door in these Birkenstocks before. So I said to her, I said the first or the second one. So I went with, because I like this mint green color. So I said this one or this one, because this one's kind of different. And then she said, okay, no platforms. She's like, I love the clear buckles, but I love the platforms. I said, no platforms, they look cheap. She said, touche. And I said, plus, I'm not sure I trust them being sturdy enough. She goes, but they're Birkenstocks. And I said, she said, I guess I do end up getting tears in them eventually. So, sometimes they tear around here, and like around here, the plastic rubber ones. These haven't, I'm kind of surprised, but sometimes they do. And I said, yeah, but sometimes I slip out of my plastic ones. And then she said, yeah, this is the deep conversations with me and my neighbor. Yeah, and when I step on the toe and bend them back, I get little rips in the straps. Good point. She says, I wish to have these in my size. And then this is her favorite color. She said the lilac is her favorite color. I said I like the green ones. She said the lilac is my second favorite color. So, oh, and then we were talking about, there was some dog in the yard. This was before I got up. My neighbor over there said, heads up, a big black German Shepherd just came out of the back tree line and approached my neighbor's dog. They just stood his ground, and I think he ran off. Just be cautious and look out. And they're going around how they've all seen this black German Shepherd that's like big black German Shepherd that's apparently real friendly because he like plays with the dogs back there. But they don't know where he's coming from or whatever. So then she put it on Nextdoor or something, or one of the, I don't know. And nobody knew who it was, but then somebody said the dog's back home or something. I didn't really understand all of it. It's been a busy morning. It's been a busy Saturday morning so far. Just wait. Next week is going to the pool. And it is going to be HOA drama. Pool drama. I cannot wait. It's coming. Now, she told me yesterday. So I don't know if was this before or after I vlogged? Oh, it was after I vlogged because, this was after I vlogged. So I was like rendering my vlog. Was this after I vlogged? It must have been. Oh yeah, because I vlogged, okay, so yesterday I vlogged early, and then Alex and I, we went to the grocery store, and then we went to Trader Joe's. And when I got home, I was like, never miss an opportunity for a grocery haul. Never miss. So I had all this stuff out here, and so I did a grocery haul last night, which I wasn't planning on doing. I wasn't planning on filming any other videos. Kind of like right now, I'm not really planning on filming any other videos, but because I want to finish some books today. But I may end up finishing some, I may end up filming some other videos later. But anyway, so I was sitting out here, and Alex was inside watching The Good Wife. He's almost done with this season, or the final season of The Good Wife. And then he said there's a spin-off of it called The Good Something he's going to watch. And then he's going to watch Elsbeth. He said to me, he's like real intrigued with the fact that I've watched all of Elsbeth. I knew that Elsbeth was a spin-off of The Good Wife. People told me that when I first started watching it. I've never watched The Good Wife. So every time she comes on the show, he goes, there's your girl. Alex always goes, there's your girl. It was weird because yesterday he was watching an episode with Elsbeth Tassioni. So Elsbeth is the TV show is a spinoff of The Good Wife. But on Elsbeth, the TV show, she's moved from Chicago to New York, and she's working with the police department in New York City. And then her son, who's gay, he lives in Washington, D.C., but then there's a reason why he comes back and forth to New York. But you don't ever meet anything, her ex-husband or friends of hers from Chicago. So in one of the episodes Alex was watching yesterday, it was Elsbeth's ex-husband, I can't remember his name, he's a real famous actor, and he was like holding a dog the whole time. And I was like so intrigued by it. I was like, that's Elsbeth's ex-husband. So Alex was explaining the show to me and all this kind of stuff. So then he was explaining to me what he's going to watch next. He is like so into the whole like, hey, how are you? Good. Where's pickleball been? You did? You know, I probably was still asleep. Did you get pickled? What? Did you get pickled? No, we didn't. Your shirt is so pretty. I love that. Well, enjoy your walk. Okay. Have fun. She is so sweet. She's like one of my favorite neighbors ever. You know people that are just like, never complains. Never complains. Never nasty. Never bitchy. Funny. Has, you know, like when she looked at me and she goes, you're probably still asleep. So she's the gardener's friend, like really like best friend. And it's the reason they moved into the neighborhood, because she lived here before. I didn't know her before they moved in here. But after the accident, and after pancreatitis and stuff like that, because they're both master gardeners and whatever, they completely took care of our walk. Like she came over here, and she said to Alex, like after pancreatitis, like when I was in the hospital that week, she's like, do you guys need anything? And Alex was like, no. And she's like, well, what if we do the walk? They did the entire walkway, like cleaned it and all this kind of stuff. I was thinking about today, like my hostas are not, I was like kind of, she always wants me to put some like different colored flowers and stuff in there. I was like, I love the crisp cleanness of just the hostas and whatever, and with the ferns up here, it's gonna be just so green. But today I was like looking at it, I was like, because I was thinking all just white and green this year, but then I was like, I love the colorful flowers too. So anyway, but she is so sweet. She is so nice. And she walks like every day. She doesn't like usually have AirPods in or anything like that. She just walks and just to her thoughts. I love that. She reminds me of so one of my mom's really, really good friends was she was a registrar for a very famous Catholic university, and so she worked with all nuns, and she was not a nun. She smoked Benson Hedges Ultralight 100s like chimney. I'll never forget, she's constantly smoked all day long, these Benson Hedges. She's the reason, like when I started smoking, I always wanted to get that Benson Hedges Ultralight 100s, the box that's like gold or silver. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, I was obsessed with that box, because she would always have that. And she was like real cool silver lighter too that I was obsessed with when I was a kid. So anyway, but she'd always talk about the nuns. She worked with the nuns and all this kind of stuff. And so when she would come to visit, she always talked about the nuns. But then I can remember sitting there, and I don't know why, I just remember this. Do you ever, like when you're talking about somebody you have like, she's the one that got me, she was real into literature and music. And she really got me into, my mom loved Joan Baez, but she got me into like a lot of Joan Baez music. But she also got me into, this is so weird to say this, at like 14 years old, when she came to visit. And she had 2 daughters too. But she came to visit, and she got me into Sylvia Plath and Anne Sexton, which I think is so weird at 14 years old. I think that's when I read the Bell Jar for the first time, maybe. Maybe it was in high school, I don't remember. But that was when I started reading about Anne Sexton and Sylvia Plath. So if you don't know about Anne Sexton and Sylvia Plath, they're like famous poets, authors that both took their lives. And a lot of people connect their work together. But I started work, I think that was the summer, maybe it was like before my freshman year. That summer before my freshman year was such a transitional year for me. Like, I remember like, oh, no, it would have been before my sophomore year. So my junior high was 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then my high school was 10, 11, 12. So that would have been, she would have come the summer before I went to high school, to 10th grade. And that was like such this like transformative year for me. Like I started listening to a lot of different music. It was later that year, well, it was really early, I guess, that year that I started making my friends, my girlfriends, that I kind of, some of them knew in 9th grade, but then started really hanging out with them in 10th grade. I can never remember what summer it was that I lost a lot of weight, but I feel like it was that summer going into high school, because I was like, I want a fresh start. I always feel like it was like 10th going into 11th, but I really think it was 9th going into 10th. I don't remember. That I was like walking every day and eating, I was cutting up fruits and vegetables and all this kind of stuff. Do you know what's going to sound so strange? How we can find this out? Because it would have been after the Breakfast Club. Because do you remember when the Breakfast Club, which by the way I just saw is on Netflix. Do you remember in the Breakfast Club when Molly Ringwald's character, Claire, she brings a little sushi box with her? So I had these like plastic like Tupperware containers that I was cutting up vegetables, and I can remember when I would do it, I would think to myself that it was like Claire from the Breakfast Club. And every day I would cut up cold vegetables and keep them in the fridge. I had like 3, I was meal prepping at 15 and I didn't even know it was meal prepping. What year did the Breakfast Club come out? Because it would have been after that, because I can remember thinking that. Isn't it weird how you can figure out things? What year did it come out? Oh, 1985. Well, I would have been 13 when the Breakfast Club came out, so it would have been after that. I never can remember. You know what I should do is I should go back and look at pictures. I could probably piece it together. So that summer also was when we went to Beaver Island, to Michigan. Somebody laughed the other day and was like, I think it was Siwa, said something like, Beaver Island, ha ha ha. Whenever I say that to people, it is kind of funny, people that don't know Beaver Island. But Beaver Island's actually a really famous island in Michigan. You drive to Charlevoix and then you take the ferry over from Charlevoix. I mean, it's like an island. So one of our friends that works at Cafe Patachou, it's been like her husband's dream to go, we were talking about it one day, and she said something about, I said, because they do like a big family trip every summer, and she's like, well, it's always been my husband's dream to go to Beaver Island, Michigan. I go, excuse me? And she's like, this is our good friend at Patachou. And she goes, yeah, Beaver Island. She's like, you probably never heard of it. I go, my mom's best friend her entire life lived on Beaver Island, Michigan, from like 25 on. She goes, seriously? I was like, yeah, my mom's friend Diane, she lived in the Hay in San Francisco until she was like 25 or 26, and then she moved to the island. They'd always call it the island. And then Diane lived there the rest of her life until she passed away. She passed away 3 years before my mom did. And I said, how do you know about Beaver Island? Because Beaver Island's kind of like a big place. A lot of people go there. I mean, it's not like big. It's a small island. But she was telling us, because they're planning, so they have a trip scheduled there this summer. But she was telling us that you have to like book your ferry in advance and all this kind of stuff. And that the night they're there, everything is, they're going on like a Sunday or something like that for like, and then for the whole week. But the day that they're there is the last day that there's a music festival. And so they have to stay in a hotel that night because all the Airbnbs on the island are taken. Let me just put this in perspective. I should look it up. The island is what I remember about it. Like, you could drive from one end to the other end of the island in like 20 minutes. It's not like, it's not like an island, like Marco, is Marco Island? Is Marco Island an island? Marco Island's an island, isn't it? I mean, it's not like that, you know what I mean? Let's look it up. How big is Beaver Island, Michigan? Oh, maybe it is bigger than I thought. Beaver Island, the largest square island in Lake Michigan, is about 56 square miles in area. It measures approximately 13 miles long. And I guess it's 13 miles long and 6 miles wide. So here it is. That looks like the Caribbean. That doesn't look like Michigan. Do you hear my neighbor singing in the background? Oh, 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 oh. You keep it down over there. Here she comes. She just said, hello, Morning Dove. Well, look at you all with your cleaning supplies.
You're trying to clean my trash can?
Don't say names because I'm filming it, and you're good at that, but why don't you just use that service that everybody uses?
To clean their trash can?
Yeah, there's a service you can pay. It's like $30. Ask them. Look where I'm pointing. She's looking behind her. Ask them,
them.
Or them. They both use it.
I think I'm just going to do it.
You do it. It's like this big truck that comes out, though.
Huh.
It looks like the trash truck, and then it picks it up, and then it like cleans it all out and stuff like that.
Oh, really? That's
But she's got a toilet bowl cleaner. This is what she's using to clean a trash can.
I don't know what.
Pine Sol. She's got in her a big thing of Pine Sol. She's got a toilet bowl cleaner
And a mop.
and a mop. Did you decide on the sandals yet?
No.
Because I asked my audience. I showed
Really?
the pic. So then we'll let them pick.
Okay.
What's your favorite color, though?
I think the blue.
The blue. That wasn't even an option you sent me.
No, that like mint green.
The mint green.
Oh, seafoam, whatever.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, the ones you have already. You have like the tie-dye ones like me, but yours are like pink and purple.
Yeah.
And then you have yellow ones.
I have orange.
Orange, yeah.
And that's it, yeah.
Alex has those orange ones, too.
Yeah.
Did you see underneath my
You're
tree?
not supposed to say names.
My husband. I thought we were going to the pool today.
It was kind of chilly this morning.
Let's do a time and temperature check. We haven't even done that yet. It's 3:16.
73. Sorry.
You ruined it for me.
I wanted to beat you.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to go to the pool. Hey!
Hi.
Why is my eyesight so bad? I was like, is that her? I couldn't see when she was getting out of the car, kind of
I
funny.
don't think so. I think it was just one of them.
It's her daughter.
Oh. Okay, here I go.
Here I go again on my own. Do you want your book now? She won't let me give her a book until we go to the pool.
No, I won't let you give it to me until we plan a day that we start reading it together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to finish 4 books tonight. What's the last book that you finished, the Pierce Brown book?
Mm-hmm.
Was it good?
Yeah.
But was it the finale of the series? Like, are they done?
Tattoo from the book.
You got a tattoo from the book?
Yeah.
You finished it. You finished the book.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Like, or it's the series. The series is over?
The 6th book, and then there's a 7th one coming out, I think, next year. And then that's the last.
And you love the Pierce Brown books.
Yeah.
How was the comedy show last night?
Oh my God, it was great. Amber Autry, I can say her name.
Yeah?
She was hilarious. She was really great.
She wants to do stand-up. Oh, so this is what I was talking about. I was talking about how you came over here and we were comparing plants yesterday. She spent $30 on this dead plant.
It's not, I was just talking to her outside. I was like, Peter doesn't think you're great, but you're beautiful and you know it.
She walked away, and so I said, because I was showing her. So she drove by, and she was like, ah.
I'm going to get it, and people will see. I'm going to get it.
What did you end up naming? Oh, she named her Phaedra.
Phaedra.
And then I said to her, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she goes, but you don't even watch Housewives. Do you?
Are you kidding?
Oh, you do? We've never talked about that, I don't think.
Big time.
Okay, so she goes, that's the only Phaedra I know, but I wanted to name her something with a PH.
Yeah.
And so we were what did you say?
Philomena or like...
Bring this plant over here.
Okay.
She spent $30 on it. And I said, girl, that plant looks like it's about dead. And she goes, well, hey, that plant that you're giving away, I might want that plant. She's giving away this plant, okay? But then she buys this plant, and I'm showing her my perfect, okay? My sissy is perfect. I love her so much, okay? A couple of people on the video yesterday, so if you didn't watch I did a haul video yesterday on my Peter Does Stuff channel after I filmed my vlog. We went to Trader Joe's and I bought this plant. Oh, I didn't tell you guys any of this because I filmed this afterwards. Okay, so I bought this plant for $9.99. It's a philodendron. Somebody said it's called the philodendron Birkin. She told me the same thing. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that's what it's called. So anyway, I bought this little plant and I named her Sissy, okay? Because, well, Tanya's brothers always call her Sissy, and I didn't have a sister, so I always wanted a sister so I could call her Sissy. Plus, I love Sissy Spacek. And so, oh, here she's bringing this dead plant over here to me.
So, the problem is it's really dry. It just needs to be watered.
Or you want to be on video, you can.
I don't care.
So this is Phaedra.
Let them, you gotta show them the good part. Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Isn't she an idiot? Girl, she's so dry.
That's what I said. You can feel it. I mean, it's really light. She needs to be watered.
Your comedy club is coming in the way of, what's this?
That's no, Peter.
What?
That actually looks like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't, it blended right in.
So she's walking away last night with her plant. We're comparing plants. She actually was taking pictures on here, setting up this whole little thing. Oh, because she also bought from Sullivan's. We all love Sullivan's.
Love it.
And she said, you go, dude, they also have really cool sodas. And I go, I know, I love my soda. I have a dog and son soda. Because I'm trying to eat healthy, I won't drink them. But then I have a cream soda. And what did you get yesterday? It was a blue one.
It's a cream soda, but it's
blue cream soda?
Yeah.
They have them, did you see how they changed everything in there?
Yeah.
Now it's they have the whole row right as you're standing up there.
Yeah. It's nice.
Do you know we have one of the family members that lives in our neighborhood?
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. We should
get to know them real well.
Yeah, get some discounts because it's expensive over there.
Oh, I do have to tell a little HOA drama while she's here, okay?
You have to tell people, you have to get people's opinion on it.
Nobody can, she's been in videos of mine before, and her name has been in here, so you don't care about using her name. Right? Her name's Laura. Okay. So, Laura said yesterday, because I was telling her about, like, the kids that were at the pool, and I went up there the other day, but they were older, and she said, what'd you say? You have no hesitancy.
Yeah, call me. I'll go down there and kick them all
She said,
out.
I'm kicking them all out this year. I don't care. So, when we were there last year, okay, 8 o'clock's the cutoff. Kids need to go. Well, there's this guy that lives, we think he lives with his, we're not really sure, okay, but, because I was, like, trying to, like, be a fixer-upper, okay, she's sitting down now in the chair. Do you want to put her down over here?
Yeah. Beautiful. Gorgeous.
So, this guy brings his daughter and her friend to the pool. Now, his daughter, how old do you think that girl is?
I don't know, 10, 14?
10 or 14, that's kind of a...
I'm bad at guessing ages, so I give a range.
Me too, I bet she's about 12 or 14.
Yeah.
So she got her friend in the pool. They're actually really well behaved.
Yeah.
And so, they're not splashing water or anything like that. And so, but her dad's always just up there, and... How old do you think he is? Because I was like, you should hook up with him or something like that. And she's like, no. He looks like life's been rough. He looks like he might have been on an episode of Love After Lockup. But anyway, my new favorite show. So, but he's real nice. He's super nice, right? But like, so I think he lives.
They had a dog.
They had a dog. He was in there with his mom, okay, and she had this dog. Well, the dog had also gone after her dog earlier in the day. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And it had been this huge thing because she was walking her dog, and then the woman wouldn't restrain her dog. So they had this dog in the pool area. Well, Laura goes crazy, and she's like, the dog needs to go.
First off, though, I was very patient.
They were rude with us.
I didn't say anything. When I walked into the pool, he was like, arr, arr. And I was like, okay. If
the dog, not the guy.
yeah. But I was like, if they keep him over there, it's fine. But, and so they were in there for a while with the dog, and then after a while, the dog just kept going and kept barking.
What did the lady say something to you? She said something to you.
Oh, yeah, it was so long ago, though, I don't...
She was real rude. She said something like, there's no rules about no dogs, and Laura was like, the rule's literally right over there. Yeah. She, like, pointed to it.
He started barking a lot, and then at that point, I was like, okay, yep, I think it's time to call it.
Anyway, never a dull moment in our neighborhood. We should go do our polar plunge today.
Yeah.
You want to?
That's a good idea, because the sun's out. I'm shaking.
You won't do it though. You always like.
Yes, I will.
I showed her different
things I have to finish.
I showed her different tables. I have like 3 different books I'm about to finish today. Oh, here she comes at this point again.
Tell me what you think. Was it a waste of $30? No.
Well, no.
But you have to tell me what people say.
They're going to all side with you. That's, Laura, they always do. If my cousin Caroline, you know Caroline.
Yeah.
If Caroline's here, they always side with Caroline.
Really?
If Alex here, they always side with Alex. Tanya always side with Tanya.
Well, I want the truth, people.
I'll tell you the truth, okay? She can't handle the truth. She's walking off yesterday, and I said, sweetie, that plant looks like it's about to dead. She yells at me, and she goes, it's rare! How is this plant rare? What?
It's just harder to find. They have some rare plants.
So we are going to start. Well, I'm going to the pool on Monday. So I'm giving you your book today, and we can start it either today or we can start it on Monday.
Today would be great.
So the book that Laura and I are reading, if you would, she goes, I had Nikki on voice, speakerphone the other night, and we were in her garage. And I said, I was telling her about it, and Laura goes, "Oh, we can have a for real book club."
Yeah, because she was talking about being
because we're all going to read the book together. So if you like to read it with us, the book is called Ice Alien. It's by Ruby Dixon.
All I ever say is Alien Sex Barbarian. I don't know what it's called.
Ice Alien Barbarians by Ruby Dixon is who it's by. It's like 6 in the books. Once we get done with that, we're going to find some others. What are we going to read next? More smutty books?
Let's just focus on getting that done.
Because we've been talking the whole summer, it'll be one book.
I think that's fine. But we just need to do it.
Okay.
It'll be more than one book
Hey!
once we get to it. Okay, I'm gonna go clean my trash can.
That was a very unfriendly wave that you gave him.
She's like on my trash can. Bye.
Bye. Could you stop disturbing my birds?
They love me. I talked to him.
I talked to him too. Were you the one that sent me the thing about the mourning doves?
No. On Instagram?
Yeah, what did you send me? It was something funny that you sent me.
Oh.
Okay, real quick. Have you seen the guy? He's from Indiana, actually. That he does these like TikTok, Instagram reels, and he walks around like he's the HOA director, and he goes, "That's a violation."
Oh my God, no, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God, I have to tell you though, when I was on my walk yesterday, do you know who I saw at the pool? Don't say the name. So you know who the guy that closes the pool when we're up there is the husband of the HOA president?
Yeah.
I had never really seen her in person. Like, I knew her. Like, I talked to her on the... I knew her and talked to her on the phone.
Yeah.
They were getting in their car because they were closing up the pool last night and stuff like that. Closing up the pool is locking the bathroom so that she can't go to the bathroom, even though she should be able to use it.
Yeah.
She's always like, "Damn it, they locked the doors." So they were, like, getting in their car, and they both, like... I swear to God, it was like this. They both, like, turned their heads over there and looked at me, and then both, like, went like that. And I had, like, my arm raised.
She likes me now.
Well, I talked to her on the phone because I helped with all that stuff. She's like, "Oh, thank you. I couldn't figure it all out."
She might not be able to. She
might not really know who I am.
Probably.
He does though, because he knows us from the pool.
Yeah. Said it.
I had to stop it because names were said. But anyway.
No,
We're talking about the guy from the Villages.
He's not physically capable to.
I just wanted to clear it up that people last year were worried for her safety with the guy from the Villages who's 91, but he's not. It takes him probably half an hour to get his shoes off to put his swim shoes on.
Yeah, I could walk away from him instead of run.
Yeah. We are... How did you know?
Well, I can't do it, so I know somebody's got it.
You're the one that walks around the neighborhood giving out violations.
We've been good. We haven't been violating.
No.
We've been on our best behavior.
Yeah, you guys have been good.
I see you looking at this and side-eyeing it. I'm waiting until the painting's done.
What? You mean you're not painting it?
Listen. I'm
want him to do that.
I'm actually using the landscaper that she used and he used. He's going to come out here the day after they get done
Is he
painting.
going to pick up all the paint chips?
Yeah,
too?
he says he's going to pick up yours too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's great.
He said the painters will probably do it too, though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they'll start tomorrow or Monday, hopefully, with the painting. I mean, it's been 2 weeks.
I don't think they'll do it on Sunday. But
No, but Monday. It's supposed to be, but then it looked like it was going to rain on Wednesday.
Ugh,
I wish they would do. Why today's so beautiful. They could get out here today.
I know. They probably want a day off once in a while. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do with the landscaping? I mean, what?
Well, I have 5 hostas on either side.
Oh,
So he's just going to weed it and then put down black mulch like she has over there.
And have him do the fabric
Mm,
because it keeps weeds from.
I don't like the fabric.
You don't see it,
You see yours blowing up in the wind. I got video footage of
and
it.
it's fixed now. You know how good it looks over there.
Your yard looks so pretty. I walk by it every night. It looks so pretty.
you know that big tree is being removed.
Oh, is it? What's wrong with it?
Nothing. Well, except it's falling over.
Aw.
I'm just sick about it. I've been grieving it for 3 weeks.
Aw.
That's terrible.
It just happened. It happened when, well, it's been leaning for a while, and I've been watching, but it's been usually about that far from the tree well around it, and so I wasn't too worried about it. But I was out walking one day, and I saw the tree well, the wood around it was up on one side, like significantly, and I thought, what's going on with that? I thought that was all even around there. And it dawned on me, it's the roots.
Aw.
The roots from the tree.
It's a really nice tree.
It was.
Yeah, we've been having really crazy storms too.
Yeah, all
Trees
that
are down
rain. I
all
think it
over
was
the
all
place.
the rain that we had, and then the wind.
Yeah.
It just till it was leaning up against the well, the wood
Yeah.
of the well. And they told us it was really dangerous. I shouldn't be out there in front. But me, I'm not gonna make us.
Yeah.
And so I got 2 bids to remove it. I'm just sick about it, but I did. I bought another tree. It's a I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it. Chenard oak. So
That would be nice.
it doesn't get as big as this one. That
Yeah.
thing has got to be 200 feet tall. It is just huge.
It is huge.
Oh,
You have a big yard though too.
Yeah, I do. But so it's going to be pretty fair out there.
Aw.
I'm pretty sick about it, but
Yeah, what can you do?
there's anything you can do.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. And I just don't want people to think I'm taking down a tree that's perfectly healthy.
Well, we will pass the gossip around the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
We've got your back.
Thanks a lot. I need somebody to have it.
Aw.
I have a question. Do you think this is a pretty plant?
Yeah, I do.
Come on now, that is a dead plant.
No,
so wrong.
no. I think you plant that.
It needs
needs some
water.
fertilizing.
It's definitely drooping, and it's really dry.
Yeah.
I just got it yesterday.
Yeah, put a little fertilizer, some
Yeah.
miracle grow on it.
It'll
Would you have it in your house?
Beautiful. Huh?
Would you have it in your house?
Yes, 'cause
Oh.
Because I want to bring it back to life.
That's not
That was the
helping
right
my
answer.
I can't do the tree, but I can do that. Yeah.
She says it's rare. She says it's rare.
It is. It's more
Is it?
rare than your average syngonium.
Yes, because it's got the lighter leaves.
Thank you.
And they're a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, I like the lighter leaves. That's
Yeah,
what.
and you see the little edges on them? How they're a little darker on the
Yeah.
edges?
Hopefully more of
It's
that
a
will show
beautiful
up.
plant. Did you buy this?
No,
No,
bought it.
I did not
But
buy
he's been
it.
making fun of me.
Well, that's all right.
Take it back to your house.
I am.
She's going to nurse it back to health, and she's going to bring a little short tree, and it's going to be
And I'm going to
beautiful.
put it in the front yard on display for everyone.
Okay, can't wait.
This is an onion.
She's pulling weeds now. I don't-
It's really easy if you just take 2 hands and pull them off. There's your onion.
He's got a guy for it now.
What do you do with that set onion?
Nothing.
They really smell like onions, though.
No, they do.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Okay, bye.
Have a nice walk.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Laura.
What? You just don't want me to clean my trash can.
No, I just have to put closure to that for the.
Oh yeah.
How are you so friendly with her? Don't say her name.
She likes me now.
Well, she's
I'm telling you, I'm
she's
like-
nice to me, but
I'm
like
like
she's
an infection.
not.
I'm just.
She never comes up like this and talks to me.
She's been stopping by and saying hi. I don't know.
You've gone from the most hated person in the neighborhood.
I'm telling you, I've been campaigning.
You've gone from the most hated person in the neighborhood.
to I'm a little bit better.
So she has this room in the front of her house. I'll show you the window sometime. And it has all, it's her plant room. Literally, she's a recliner and
Yeah,
all
it's my
plants in there,
sanctuary.
okay? So somebody in the neighborhood said that that's her grow room,
Because
basically.
I had pink grow lights in there,
Because you have
so
plant,
it looks.
so when you drive by it at night, it looks like she's growing
it
marijuana
does.
in there.
It did, yeah.
But then that said person didn't realize that her grandma lives down the street and is the biggest gossip in the neighborhood. So they
No,
told her, how did it happen?
The issue was that they were saying that I sell drugs.
Oh, that you sell drugs,
Yeah.
right? And then they
and
told
then
your grandma.
I told my grandma. 'Cause I
Oh,
was
you
like,
told your grandma, and then they
Of
told
course I did, yeah. Because I was like, Grandma, can you believe what they're saying about me? They're so mean.
Grandma, they're so mean.
And she said, oh, I can't believe they do that. And then I guess she said something
Oh, that's
to
right. And then
him.
she said to me,
Yeah.
how did she find out that we said that? And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And then you're like, no, it was my grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now she likes me too, apparently, because she came all the way up here on my walkway. And she pulled a weed.
She did.
An
I
onion.
got her to do some work for
I got her to do some work for me, an onion.
Okay, text me later.
Okay, when I get done with all this, people are probably so bored. They're either loving this or they are so
I
bored
know.
with the whole conversation.
Bye.
Bye. So, to see what a fun day it is in my neighborhood. This just cracks me up when people are like, I know that people are either so bored with that whole interaction, but for me, I'm saving it on here because it'll be fun for me to watch back someday. I know people are either so bored of that or they love it. So it's a little bit of both today with the vlog. But I love the comments when I get when people are like, I would love to live in Peter's neighborhood, blah, 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 and like walk by and say hi. I just love sitting out here. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, actually. What's really weird about this is when my mom lived in this condo, okay, she had a chair out here, and then she had a glass table in the corner, and she had a chair. The chair and the glass table were like, she's got my chair all messed up. So anyway, so like my mom had like a chair that sat there, and then there was like a big glass table in the corner. And then, I thought my neighbor was leaving. And that was it out here. So you walked in, and she might have some plants and stuff like that. You going to the pool?
No, we're gonna run errands. It looks nice though.
You got that little grandbaby with you?
It was cool earlier.
Oh, you went to the pool earlier?
No.
Oh.
Were you?
No, I was waiting for you. Look at the little baby. Hey, how are you? So what's so funny is that when my mom lived here, I don't remember my mom I remember my mom on this front porch. So first of all, I've told this story before, but like my mom, she had bushes along here like when she first moved in here, which would have been the winter of '94. There were like these round, you know, like the round just shrubs. She had like 3 of them along here. At some point, she had them pulled, and she had hostas put in. I don't know why. I don't know why she did it. I mean, to be honest with you, I think I like the hostas better, but the shrubs would have been easier to maintain. But when I was in treatment, they gave me a little Christmas tree when I was in treatment. I feel like this camera's like cutting my head off. When I was in treatment, they gave me this little Christmas tree because I was in there over Christmas. And so then I ended up giving it to my mom or something. I don't remember how it happened, but I ended up like giving it to my mom. And she planted it right here where my half-dying hosta is, see? She planted it right there. And this thing, over the years, until my mom died, grew into this like huge bush. But the bush, I mean, it was like literally like this, it was like one of those little Christmas trees you buy, you know what I'm talking about? It was like this big. And it wasn't really like a pine tree. It was like a bush kind of thing, but they like trimmed it. Like, anyway. So she planted it there, and it grew into this like gnarly, I have a picture of it somewhere. Because right before we cut it down, I took a picture of it. Or we pulled it up. Because we would come in here, and Alex would be like, I mean, it was half dead. But it was like, I could not get rid of it. Because it reminded me of my mom. She had planted that thing right there. Which reminded me when she was talking about her tree. Because I've been wanting to plant another tree out back. But we have to get like approval from the HOA board and stuff like that to get trees planted and whatever. So anyway, see, that's kind of the stuff that people worry about in this neighborhood. Like, she's taking a tree down, and she thinks people are going to just think she's taking a tree down for no reason. And that, you know. Anyway, she was so upset about that tree. I felt so bad for her. The tree is gorgeous. I did notice it was leaning. I mean, it's like leaning like this. I mean, it's bad. It looks like it's going to fall over. But anyway, I don't really remember my mom ever sitting out here. Like, maybe, like, when I pulled up or something like that, she'd be sitting out here waiting for me. But I don't really remember that a whole lot. Like, she didn't sit out here and read. She didn't sit out here and drink coffee like I do. It wasn't... She did the back patio for that. So the back patio... Okay, the porch that we had in our house when I was growing up, that was like... We called it the porch, but it was really like a room. Like, it was a... It wasn't even a 3-season room. It was a room, and it had, like, crank-out windows. And you stepped from our dining room into it and had green carpet. But it had, like, a glass and, like, wrought iron table out there that was all painted white. What's that noise? Oh, it's my neighbors coming home. Across the street. And then that's the table that she had matching over there. So in the back patio, she had this big round glass and wrought iron table with 4 chairs, and then she had another little chair in the corner where she would read out there and stuff like that. And so she spent all of her time on the back patio. Like, when I would come over here, I can remember, like, my mom loved quiche. And so she'd get these little quiches and stuff like that. Oh, I thought she was with her husband, but she got a gardening friend or something. It's not her sister. So she would always make, like, quiche out there or some of my favorite meals and whatever. We'd always sit out there and eat and drink coffee and whatever on the back patio. I don't ever remember her sitting out here. Like, I remember coming in, I can remember opening the door and her being like, Peter, and like giving me this huge hug. I remember my mom's hugs. But I don't really remember her ever like sitting out here and reading or anything. I love sitting out here now. Like, part of it is because when people do walk by and I get to see them and whatever, like, I can say hi. it so reminds me of To Kill a Mockingbird when the kids are like talking to people like, you know, as they walk by on the street. And Ms. DeBose, if you've ever seen the movie, it's in the book too, but Ms. DeBose, when they walk by and Jim tells Dill not to say anything, and Scott goes, "Hey, Ms. DeBose," and she says, "You don't say hey to me, you little girl, you say good afternoon, Ms. DeBose." Do you know that part? Okay, so anyway, this kind of reminds me of like I'm Ms. DeBose, and they say that she's got a shotgun in her lap and stuff like that. Oh, there's like 4 or 5 friends, gardening friends over here. What, oh, they must have had lunch today. They used to go to the farmer's market on Saturday mornings. See, now, yesterday didn't feel like a Friday. Today doesn't feel like a Saturday, or the other day felt like a Friday. Today doesn't feel like a Saturday, it feels like a Wednesday or something. But anyway, I'm looking at the time. I don't even know. I was like, the battery isn't at the halfway mark. I don't even know. What did she text me? My neighbor texted me something. Hold on. It's so funny when her friends come over here and stuff like that. They always like tour the garden first and look at all the flowers. They're like all carrying their leftovers from lunch and stuff like that. Now she's walking through. She's giving them a tour of her garden and stuff like that. She said her garden's not ready yet for me to do a garden tour. She's like, "Can we wait a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So anyway, I love sitting out here. Okay, let's get to last night. So last night I took a 2-hour and 18-minute walk last night. I could have walked for like another half an hour, but it started raining towards the end. I actually put up pictures on my Instagram. I put pictures. Every once in a while I'd stop and take a little selfie because I was like, I'm going to post these pictures when I get home. So, wait, I've got all these vlogs up on my camera that I haven't deleted. I've got a list of all the drama videos that I'm making next week. All the videos I'm making next week. I made lists for the entire week of all my videos. So there will be videos coming every day next week. So here's me on my walk. Last night. I wear the black and white version of this while I'm walking. See? Because I'm trying to break it in. It's pretty much broken in at this point. And then this is this like one hedge that I walk by that I'm always worried that there are like serial killers. Some of the roads that I walk by are pretty like dense stuff. A little funny picture of me. There's a lot of pollen today too. Do you guys see it floating in front of the camera? But there was a little bunny rabbit. I couldn't believe that I got this close to that bunny rabbit. Look at that. Oh look, there it is. I got even closer. That's a pretty good picture, don't you think? I mean, look, you can look at that. That is a really good picture of that bunny rabbit. Oh, he's like this. So last night, okay, anyway. Oh, there's another picture of my walk. Okay, so yesterday I vlogged, and then Alex and I went to the grocery store, and then we went to Trader Joe's, and at Trader Joe's, so then when we came home, I did like a grocery store haul and showed everything that I'd gotten. When I was at Trader Joe's, I got this plant. It's a philodendron birkin. I didn't realize it was called a birkin, okay? But she told me that, and then somebody commented on my video and told me that. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So anyway, it's real cute. It's small. The plants at Trader Joe's are fantastic, and somebody said I need to repot it. I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I need to repot this thing already. It's already, like, I gotta go and buy some pots to repot, like, the ferns, I mean, all this kind of stuff. So anyway, so I got that. And then I ended up buying some, why can I never off the top of my head? I got in the car and Alex is like, do you remember what those are called? Shoot, why can't I remember what they're called now? Hydrangeas. I got 2 stems of hydrangeas. I'm going to start buying myself flowers every week. So they were $5.99. I mean, I blow money on the stupidest stuff. The flowers make me so happy. Every time, I have them in my mom's favorite, like this clay vase. Every time I walk into the kitchen, I go over and I smell the flowers. I'm actually thinking about every week at Trader Joe's because I'll be honest with you, like I always have the hydrangeas, I love them, and the tulips I love. But like the tulips when I got them, they were like $3.99 a stem or $2.99 a stem. They were super cheap. Trader Joe's always has flowers. Like they always have like a flower of the week that's super cheap. I'm thinking about maybe just like buying like $20 of flowers, which is still really cheap, you know, because they'll last about 2 weeks here. And then putting like a big vase in the kitchen and then separating them into smaller vases and having like a vase of fresh flowers in the living room, one in the bedroom. Don't you think that would be so nice? I think that would be so nice. Alex came home last night. I had the whole bed made. He had found, so he cleaned off all of his colognes and stuff like that the other night, and he found these room sprays. There's one room spray I forgot that we even had. And so I sprayed the whole room last night, made the bed really nice. He came home, he's like, I was downstairs watching shows when he went upstairs. And he was like, the bedroom is so nice. He went to his girlfriend's house last night to like plan the bachelorette party thing, and then they went to pizza, so they went to Joe's Grill for an hour, and then he came home after that. But anyway, so I bought the flowers, but then I also, when I was standing in line, I was at like the register closest to the exit. Which when Caroline and I go, we usually go to the register that's at the, like one of the ones that's at the end, because we come out at that, anyway, it doesn't matter. But right next to the one closest to the exit is where they have all the plants and stuff. So I was looking at the plants while I was standing there, and waiting in line, and they had all these beautiful plants. They had succulents that were like $3.99, big succulents were like $3.99. I was like, I don't know what to get. We don't really have a lot of area that has a lot of light in our house, so I was like, I don't really know what to get. So I ended up getting this plant. Well, when I came home after I got done, or while she drove by, and she was like, I gotta show you something. So she came over with this plant. I said, oh my God, I just got a plant too. So I was showing her my plant, and we were talking and whatever. So anyway, that was last night. And this summer is heating up. I'm having so much fun with my neighbors and talking and everything. This is so much fun this summer. I brought another battery out here in case the battery dies. I came prepared today. So, yeah, so then after that, I'm like, in the back of I'm like, this feels like so long ago. After that, I started rendering because when we went grocery shopping, I was uploading the vlog. So when we came home, the vlog was done. It was ready to be posted. So I just scheduled it for like 9:30. So then I rendered and I started uploading the Peter Does Stuff video. And then I got that done. That like uploaded really quick. And then I just scheduled it to post as well. Or maybe I posted, I don't remember how. I think I scheduled it to post. So anyway, then after that, Alex had gotten Chipotle yesterday, and he was eating before he went over to his girlfriend's house, because he was supposed to leave here at he was supposed to be there at like 6:30, but he didn't even leave here till like 7:15 or something like that. And so, so right before he left, I was like, I'm gonna leave for my walk. So I left for my walk. I think it was like, I don't know, I walked till like 9:30, 9:40, something like that. I left her about 10 after 7, quarter after 7. So anyway, I walked last night. I finished the book. I walked so long. It sprinkled a little bit off and on, but it started to really kind of come down towards the end. But it felt so refreshing. It was so nice and so refreshing. I'm doing this thing now. Oh, the bird, they're still building the bird's nest. She's over here right now. Honey, you can go in there. You guys want to see her? You can see her. She's on top of the fern. Do you see her? Well, hi, honey. Oh. Now she's up there. This is how I spend my afternoon. She just flew off. Okay. My neighbor next door told me that I need to put toothpicks in there so she can't build a nest. The battery just went to the halfway mark. I'm like, I'm not putting toothpicks up there. I want her to be able to live her happy life. So I went on my walk. I had a great walk. I finished last night. Well, first I listened to some music for like the first half hour. I was listening to, I don't have it pulled up anymore. I closed it out. I listened to the like 9-minute version of The Boss by Diana Ross. I listened to that Andy Grammer song, the remix of it. I will fight for you. I always do, and lovers do. Do you know that song? I love that song so much. So I listened to that. I listened to all these remixes of songs. Oh, the Stephanie Mills song, Never Knew Love Like This Before. Listen to that. So I walked for like a half an hour in this neighborhood. Oh, this is what I was going to say. One of the things I'm doing now is, like, I don't really, like, I used to, like, before I would go on my walk, be like, this is where I'm going to go. Now I just, like, walk down a street. When I get to the end of the street, I'm like, where do I want to go next? Left, right, back, how do I want to go? So I never really plan out my walks anymore before I go, which is kind of fun. I did get a little worried last night though, because I got kind of far away. I was probably like, probably 3 or 4 miles from here. And I was like, if I have to go to the bathroom, I was like, do I know anybody that lives around here? I started getting kind of a little bit worried about it, because I was like, you're kind of far. People I know have said, Peter, you're a guy, you can go to the bathroom. It's a residential area, you guys. It's not like you're just gonna like pee on the side of the road, okay? It's not like it's like, there's woods around these areas, but it's like a residential area. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. So anyway, but I finished this book last night. It was okay. It's by the guy, Adam Cesar, that wrote the book, Clowns in the Cornfield. Clowns in the Cornfield, which I'm only like 4 chapters in. I'm like 70 pages into it. I really like that. This book, by the way, I was last night 8, now I'm 7. 7 books ahead of my goal. I have read 53 out of 112 books so far this year. And last year, I read 47 books. So I am like way past what I read for all of last year. Okay, so the book that I finished was called Video Night by Adam Cesar. I ended up giving it, here, let's look at it. I'll show you the picture of it. I ended up giving it 3 stars. This is it. It was okay. I mean, it reminded me kind of some movie I saw. So apparently it's this YouTube channel. I haven't watched any of the videos, but I looked at his channel where he like reviews horror movies and matches them with books. It makes sense that he writes these books, because the books do feel like you're reading a horror movie. It wasn't that the writing was bad or anything like that. So it took place in 1988. And it was about these 2 friends, and the guy was like a self-proclaimed kind of like nerd that loved like movies, and so they like horror movies. And so he and his friend would have a video night. And his friend was like this guy that was kind of like a Fonzie type character, but like in the 80s, and like smoke weed and listen to Whitesnake, and his girlfriend, they had sex all the time. And so, but they had been friends since like 3rd grade. And so they always had this video night where they would watch like a horror movie it was usually The Evil Dead. But they were going to watch Reanimator. And so then his girlfriend was going to bring over this other girl that he liked. Anyway, it was about these aliens taking over, like this body snatcher alien thing. It was okay. But after that, so I listened to it when I got home. Because when I got home from my walk, I was like, oh, Alex is gone. Because usually when I come home from my walk, he's watching The Good Wife downstairs. Now, he would not care. So my plan is, I actually took the walking pad down to the basement last night. Because it's like, I wanted to get the weights, so I could have that area to use for like doing the weights over there where the walking pad is. I have certain areas of the basement cleaned out. So until we get the basement done, like remodeled, I think I'm going to have like an area down there with like a mirror. I know this is going to sound so cheesy. With like a mirror so I can see myself as I'm lifting weights. And have like, not like a professional mirror, just like some mirror. And I'm going to put the weights down there and everything so I can go in the basement. Because the thing is, like if Alex is watching a show, I don't want to sit there and like be lifting weights and doing all this stuff and, you know, doing sit-ups and everything while he's watching a show. Like, I wouldn't want him to do the same thing for me. It's distracting, right? But he wasn't home last night when I got back from my walk. So I sat there and I was like, okay, this is perfect. Because, you know, I get home later and that's why one of the reasons I use it as an excuse to not do the weightlifting. So last night I was like, I'm going to do my weightlifting. So I did, and I was really proud of myself, and I moved the walking pad to the basement. I did all this kind of stuff. So then after that, am I getting a package? No. I stood outside the other day for about 20 minutes and talked to the UPS guy. My neighbor across the street and I both did. He is so nice, and he has been our UPS guy for probably like 1.5 years. And so we were asking him, I was like, I see you all over when I walk. Like, and he's like, yeah, and he was like telling me about all this kind of stuff. Anyway, a super nice guy. Every day he's here and he drops off like 10 or 15 packages in our neighborhood. That's how much stuff we order in this neighborhood. But anyway, so then after that, I was texting Nikki, and she promised her son that he could have, her 5-year-old, that he could have a sleepover in the living room. So they were like hanging out, and so she was like, so I was like, okay, I'll let you be. She's like, no, I can talk, but I can talk to you later, like when he's asleep. And so I was like, okay. So I was like, well, I'm going to eat and take a shower anyway. So I ate. Oh my God. So I got this salad yesterday. So these salad mixes that I get from Trader Joe's are like these big bags. And they probably would serve like a family of 4, in all honesty. But I don't know why. Like, I thought they had gotten rid of all their deli stuff. But I went down the same aisle yesterday. And they have these like kind of like individual salads. They probably could be for 2. But for the one I had last night was the corn one. It like cut up onions and cabbage. It had this like chipotle dressing. It was so delicious. People keep on telling me like, don't put all the dressing on it. First of all, like the salads, like the dressing it's not just like a bottle that you're doing. It's like when it says it's 500 calories for the entire container, that's like including the dressing. I'm like not eating a whole lot. I'm gonna have the dressing on a salad. I'm just saying that, okay? It's not like I'm just pouring a bottle over that. I am fully aware that a salad with a dressing could be more caloric intake than a cheeseburger. I've heard that for the last 30 years. I'm fully aware of that. But when it comes as a little kid, it's not like you have tons of salad dressing, right? So anyway, I made this salad last night. Okay, this little side salad I had, which was actually pretty big. I mean, it was like an entree size salad. It was so good. And then I cooked up 2 of the plant-based like hamburger patties to have like some of that protein in there. And then I had a cottage cheese in there and some crackers. Oh my God, and a protein water. It was so, my dinner was so good last night. And I was kind of like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was really craving something sugary last night. I was like, and I haven't been like that, but like, I don't know, I was like, thank God I don't have anything in here, because if I review it, I get it out of the house real quick, because if I have it, I'll bring it out and eat it at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. So, the cravings are still there late at night. I think also, like, I'm eating throughout the day, like I get up and I have like a protein shake in the morning or something, you know, like or oatmeal. I'm trying to eat throughout the day. That has helped me a lot. Sometimes it makes me a little bit more hungry though in the evenings, but it always is about 2 o'clock in the morning. I like get like, last night I was craving one of those cheap Totino's pizzas, and I was craving candy. I was craving some kind of candy like chocolate. I was like bridge mix that my grandma used to eat. Oh my God, I was like so craving that. So anyway, so I took a shower. And then I read for like, my night kind of got away from me. And then I talked to Nikki on the phone, and then I read, and so I'm almost done. I was like gonna just push through. I read forever last night. I read till like 3:30 in the morning. The camera stopped. I can't believe I was at 30 minutes, and I can't believe that the battery hasn't stopped yet. I have no idea how long I have vlogged for at this point, because I stopped it, and because of her saying names and stuff like that. I mean, it must be after over an hour, because the battery's been at the halfway mark for a second. Well, I'll change the battery here in a second. So I read till like 3:30 in the morning last night. How to Sweat the Small Stuff. I think I have 20 pages left. I was going to try to just finish them last night, but I was like, I wanted to read a little bit of all my books. So I'll probably finish How to Sweat the Small Stuff today. Lie With Me, the gay book. I don't really know where it's going. I just got to part 2 of it. I think I have like 60 pages left of it, or maybe 40 pages. I might finish that today, maybe. It just depends on how much reading I do this afternoon. And when Alex gets home, because we'll probably watch TV shows and a movie or something like that. I don't know if I'm going to take my walk tonight. Late Migrations, I'm only like a third of the way through that. So I'll probably finish that towards the end of June. I'm like reading a couple pages of that a day. But I will say, I'm really, really loving it. I'm really loving it. Last night, there was a story in there. God, I wanted to remember it for this. Last night there was a story in there that hit me so hard. It was about grieving. Well, all the entries are like a page and a half max. They're real short entries. They're all just essays. And she did this one about grief last night. Why can't I remember what it was? It was so fantastic. But I will say this. And How to Sweat the Small Stuff. One of them some of them are like lessons, but other things are like do yoga every day or something like that. And one of them they had in there was like get a plant and nourish the plant with love. But it's not, the lesson isn't what you would think it is about like learning to take care of a plant. The lesson is about unconditional love. And he talks about like, we talk about unconditional love, but like unconditional love with another human being is hard sometimes, and he's talking about like with your kids, even if you have unconditional love, but then they like, let's say they rip up like your work paper that you've been working on, and you're like, you love them unconditionally, but in that moment, like you're frustrated, right? And like you love your pets. He gives all these examples about pets and kids. He's like, you love your pets, but if they like destroy something in your house, or he's talking about this bunny that his kids had, and they like the bunny chewed a hole through something. He's like, I love the bunny, but in that moment I was frustrated. He was like, a plant won't, you know, like you won't get frustrated with a plant. Oh my God, there's a squirrel out there. Thumbelina's friend! Hi, honey! How are you? He's looking up over here at me. Oh my God, and you know what? In my corn mix, there were some peanuts, whole peanuts. I bet that's what he's eating out there. Those are for you, honey. What should we call you? Squirrel. What squirrel name should we call you? He is eating this. I have to shake it. I know you guys are like, Peter, we see squirrels every day. Do you see him right there under the tree? Look at him. You're a star. He is just sitting there eating. I wish it would go further. Aww. Do you know what's so crazy is about this tree right here? This tree. So I've shared this story before. Well, let me finish what I was going to say really quick about this story, and I'll tell you about the tree. Because they kind of go together. But he's talking there about getting a plant. And he's talking about, like, we're told to, like, unconditionally love people. And have unconditional, you know, loving relationships with people. He's like, but it's hard. Like, it's really difficult because people disappoint us, or people let us down, or we get hurt by people, or people make us angry. He's like, even pets can do the same thing. He was like, but plants don't really do that. And he was like, so cultivate a more curate. I hate that word. To cultivate, I don't hate the word, but it's used so much anymore, and it just sounds cheesy. But to cultivate a more, that squirrel is just sitting there. To cultivate a more unconditional, loving attitude towards people and pets and things like that, get a plant. And put all your love into this plant. Because the plant's not going to speak back to you. It's not going to do anything, whatever, right? And I was reading this, and I was thinking about, like, because he's in there, and he's talking about, like, you will notice as you talk to your plant, as you say loving things to your plant, as you take care of this plant, your attitude, your world perspective will shift. And you'll become a more gentler, softer person to other people around you, but also to yourself. And I was like, you know, it just got really windy. I was like, you know, since I've been like looking at the birds every day and feeding the birds and, you know, putting out food for the rabbits, and the geese have been coming over here. I haven't seen the geese for a couple days, actually. 2 days maybe. It's like, I do feel softer. I don't know, I just feel like I was talking yesterday about how much more peaceful I feel. But you know what's so strange? So I think he's right about that, you know? Little did I know that feeding birds would cultivate this different mindset for me. But you know what's strange about this tree? So we had a tree here before, and it got, this big mourning dove just flew down. It like, did you hear that? It got hit by lightning. And when it split and went that way and that way. Thank God that it did not land on one of our houses. So when they came out here to plant this tree, I'll never forget, it was her grandma, because her grandma was like the, I don't know, HOA. She was like the landscaping manager or something at that time. So she's like, we spent $150 on this new tree, so make sure you water it every day. They planted it. It was in the summer sometime. I was like, okay. And the HOA made such a big deal about this tree, and that they were being so nice to us about this tree and all this kind of stuff, that year, the tree was so little. I mean, it wasn't this little. It was probably 3 feet high. That year for Christmas, I got a big red bulb, and I hung it from the tree like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Because it looked like that. So to now think, okay, that little tree has turned into all of this. This big tree now, you know? Look at it blowing in the wind. And then I've got all these like bird feeders underneath there and everything. And me putting these bird feeders out here, and then going on to put the corn down for the ducks and the other critters and things like that, and the geese, and now the carrots and the dandelions for the bunny rabbits. It's like, this tree is so much more. I mean, it's a beautiful tree. I mean, I was looking at it the other day. I was always talking, because I'm always talking about, like, you know, good trees for climbing trees. I mean, it is a really good, like, tree climbing tree. But I was thinking, you know, this tree is so much more than a tree. I mean, it has become, like, literally this little, like, nature sanctuary in my front yard. And every day that I just, like, I look through the kitchen window, or I sit here and I look out, it just brings me so much peace. It brings me so much peace. I mean, just look at the little birds and I think about them. And when the ducks come over here, I think about them. There's a bird in the wooden one. I love when the birds go in the wooden one. They just sit in there. There's like 4 birds on the finch feeder. They haven't really figured out my new feeder yet. Oh, this is flashing. Hold on a second. Let me stop this and put the other battery in. Okay, I'm back. They haven't really figured out the new feeder yet. I didn't have. That's the one I didn't have to fill today. I noticed that it's probably like an inch is down, and I filled it all the way to the top. So they are eating out of it. I just don't see a lot of birds over there. But I will say this. When I moved the other bird feeders, that's kind of how it was too. I think they kind of like aren't really sure what it is. And I also think that more than any of them, like I can see it right now because it's like this plexiglass around it. I think when they're sitting there, they can kind of see themselves in the reflection. And I don't know if that scares them or not. Oh, there's 2 birds in the little green, the short green one. That's where the birds used to flock to. And I don't really want them out here. They're always on the finch feeder. They're not on that one very often. Right now, there are 2 on the short green one. There's a bird, there's 2 birds in the wood one. And then there's a bird on the branch waiting. Oh, that's one of the things that Margaret Wrinkle talks about. Was that the one about grief that she's talking about? Oh, she's talking about this cockatiel that they had. It's this whole story about this cockatiel that they had. There's like 4 on the thing. But anyway, or 4 on the finch feeder. I just don't think that they have it figured out yet. Okay, so anyway, back to the books. This is what I was going to say. The green one, the short green one, they're on the finch feeder all the time. They're not on the short green one anymore as much. But every time that I come out here, like in the morning, it's completely empty. And it's not squirrels because there's like, on both that and the finch mechanism, there's like squirrels. Plus, I haven't really seen any squirrels. That one's hanging down kind of low. I think I would have seen if like squirrels got on here. I've never seen squirrels on any of the feeders except for the wooden one, the one kind of like looking inside. But the other ones, I haven't seen any squirrels on it, and they're not damaged or anything. So anyway, back to the reading. So the Margaret Wrinkle book. So How to Sweat the Small Stuff, I'll probably finish tonight. Lie With Me, the gay book. I think I'm going to try to, like, throughout the entire summer, have, like, a book, like a gay book that I'm reading, a book of literature, a self-help book, a fictional book, a scary book, all this kind of stuff. The UPS truck is coming back this way. Like, am I getting a package? I have, like, 5 packages I'm supposed to get. I don't know when they're coming. From all different kinds of places. And then I got one of my packages yesterday, and when I got the email, I looked, and it said half your package was delivered. And I was like, what? Half the package? That doesn't make sense. So anyway, I didn't even open the package because I was going to do it in like a haul next week. So anyway, Lie With Me, I'll probably finish tonight or tomorrow. How to Sweat the Small Stuff, I'll finish tonight probably. Or tomorrow, unless I don't read tonight. I mean, if Alex comes home and we watch a bunch of stuff, I won't read. Late Migrations, I'll probably finish towards the end of June. There's a haunted house across... it's called There's No Such Thing as a Haunted House. Oh, he is stopping here. Let me go talk to him for a second. I will be back in 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I'm not really sure what it is. I kind of want to open it. I think it's my sunglasses. I ordered a new pair of Ray-Bans. I think it's my sunglasses, but you know what? I'm going to open it anyway. I've got 2 packages for a haul. I'll just open these. Make sure it's my name on it. I can't imagine what else this would be that I've ordered other than my sunglasses. It doesn't say on here where I ordered, because I got them at, I think, it doesn't say Ray-Ban on here. Now I'm like, did I order them from Sunglass Hut? It doesn't say Sunglass Hut either. Watch me open this and this have, watch me open this and this have, I'll be like, oh, I totally forgot. It'll be something I ordered like a month ago. Oh, no, it is my sunglasses. Woo! Okay, I'm either going to love these or I'm going to hate them, okay? They are clear. Oh, they're so cute, aren't they? These were on sale. A lot of the Ray-Bans are on sale right now. These are like $100 off. Oh, those are so cute. Those are so cute. Okay, hey, I like those. Those are, oh, they're so comfy too. I like the clear plastic. Alex has a clear plastic pair of sunglasses, and I really like them. I have a pair too, but they're not super comfortable. Oh, those are perfect. My little Ray-Ban case. Okay. So that's what I got. Now I can wear them tomorrow to brunch or later today. Got the mail too. Junk. 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 Okay, so how to sort the small stuff, I'll probably finish today because I have like 20 pages done. Unless I don't, the only reason I wouldn't finish these books is if I don't read it all tonight. And then The Lie with Me, the gay book. I bought like 8 gay books last year. If you're out there and you're a reader of LGBTQI plus literature or books or anything, let me know some of your favorites in the comment section below. I know somebody said this a couple days ago when I showed the books. They said that this was like in their top 3 favorite books of life. I would be really interested to know what other like queer literature you like. I'm trying to really like read more queer literature. I've seen like every like LGBTQI plus queer documentary out there. I really like one whole summer I like watched all like AIDS documentaries because I thought it was really important to educate myself on the history of all of that. And I went back and I watched all those documentaries. We Were Here is fantastic if you're looking for one. And then I watched a lot of documentaries about like pop culture icons within the LGBTQI plus community, like the one about Divine. Like I did the whole Andy Warhol thing. I did like, there's a whole documentary about Divine, and I love the John Waters movies. There's a whole documentary about Candy Darling. I actually did not know a lot about Candy Darling, if you don't know Candy Darling from like the Andy Warhol days. That Tennessee Williams wrote a play for her. I was did you guys know that? I mean, that's a huge deal. Tennessee Williams wrote a play for Candy Darling. Like, that is surreal. But I just watched, I love documentaries, not just true crime documentaries, but I love documentaries because they just educate you on different perspectives, different parts of the world. So I'm trying to read more queer literature. I have like 2 books in there that I really want to read this summer. One is, I cannot remember what the book is called, but I started it like when we went to Miami and Mexico. And it's this guy that like is looking back on his life and is like, his boyfriend is dying of AIDS or something like that. And he goes back and looks at when he first met him. And I started that then. It was so sad. So I think that might be the next one I read. I don't know. It's kind of long. But then, so the bar where I very first saw my husband was called Talbot Street in Indianapolis. Talbot Street was open, I don't know, 17 years ago, 20 years ago. But it had been open in the 70s too. Like in the late 70s, early 80s. It was called Talbot Street. It reopened like in the 2000s as Talbot Street again. It was like a revamp of it. But between then, it had been like a lot of different bars. It was this bar called Faces. It was the 21 Club. It was like a lot of different bars. So Talbot Street, it was like a nationally known bar in Indianapolis, the original Talbot Street. There's a book called Talbot Street, and this guy wrote it, and it's about him coming back to Indianapolis, and this boyfriend of his, maybe I'm getting both the books mixed up. This boyfriend of his is dying or has died of AIDS, and he's going back and he's thinking about this year that he spent in Indianapolis and it all being circled around his friends and them all going out to Talbot Street, this bar. I've never read it. I've always wanted to read it. Last year I finally ordered it and I got it. So it's really, really thick. So I'm thinking about maybe, you know, June is Pride Month. I'm thinking about starting to read some of those books. But if you guys have any queer literature, LGBTQI plus literature, please, like, that you love, like, you're like, you have to read this, please let me know. I've read so much that I think is great. But I'm always open to so much more, you know? And I like that book. I just, anyway, so I'll probably finish that tonight or tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna finish like 4 books this weekend. And then, There's No Such Thing as a Haunted House is what the book is called, the bubblegum book. I have like 40 pages left of that. So I'll probably finish that tonight or tomorrow as well. And then the Kyla Stone book, I actually saved the last 20 pages for today because I was like at a very... Book 1, I'm going to tell you right now, I love this book and I love this series, but if they carry what's going on in book season 1, I almost said, book 1 into book 2, and then the book 2 is all about, it's about this girl that was kidnapped, and it's like her captor is like chasing after them. If book 2, book 3, book 4 is about, if the whole thing about this end of the world is about her captor coming after, they just need to be done with him. Like, oh my god, 2 bright red cardinals just flew away. They just need to be done with this guy. I'm kind of over the storyline a little bit. It's like found all over again. So, anyway, I'm at the end of that, so I don't know what happens. But he's talking about, like, he's going to go to the town, anyway. And I'm like, if he ends up, if that's what the next book is about, her going to, like, this next town, them going to this next town, and then this guy on their heels, like, I don't want to do another book like this. So I might go to the next series of hers, which starts in Miami. I also have like 4 new books that I just got. There's a website, now that I ordered from there, it's like coming up all the time. It's called like Weird and Unique Books or something. I got one called The Last Broadcast. I got another one called Something and the Dog. I got like 4 books from there. They're all just like real like dark, like very kind of like, oh, you know what I want to read this summer is, so I pulled out all these books that I want to read for this summer. I have a whole crate in the basement of like all like the cheap ones, like the Bubblegum Gang. But up here I have like all my books that I pulled out, and I want to read Flannery O'Connor's Wise Blood. That's probably one of the next books that I'm going to read, actually. I wanted to read it for a long time. Actually, I heard of the book, and then I was watching some show, and in the show, the character's reading Wise Blood, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to read that. So anyway, and then the Clowns in the Cornfield book, I'm going to dedicate more time to once I finish these books. So tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably like be like done with like 4 books, which is going to be great for my Goodreads list. Oh, last night when I got home, so when I was lifting weights, I listened to the rest of the audiobook, and I finished that audiobook. And then I was like, you know what, I kind of want to listen to something a little bit different. Alex just texted me and said, you're going to love this house. Oh my god. Gorgeous. He's sending me pictures. Gorgeous. I was like, I want to read something a little bit different. So, oh, you know what? I downloaded it and I didn't even start it last night. So, The Life Impossible by Matt Haig is the next book that I'm going to read. Did I download it? Yeah, I did. Yep, see, I'm right at the beginning. Here it is. Matt Haig, The Life Impossible. So, I think this is his newest book. I know if I say this, somebody's going to be like, I hated that book. Or this book. But I read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. It's one of my favorite books of life. Is that what it's called, The Midnight Library? I absolutely loved it. This one came out in last September. I just love his writing. New York Times bestseller. Oh my god, they're both there now. Well, what are y'all doing up there? Are you moving in? They're like this. They are not happy with me. They're like, okay, it's time for you to be done with this nonsense and go inside so we can build our nest. We've got eggs to lay. Okay. Here's the book I'm listening to. What looks like magic is simply a part of life we don't understand yet. When retired math teacher Grace Winters is left a rundown house on a Mediterranean island by a long-lost friend, curiosity gets the better of her. She arrives in Ibiza with a one-way ticket, no guidebook, and no plan. Among the rugged hills and golden beaches of the island, Grace searches for answers about her friend's life and how it ended. What she uncovers is stranger than she could have dreamed, but to dive into the impossible truth, Grace must first come to terms with her past. Filled with wonder and wild adventure, this is a story of hope and the life-changing power of a new beginning. So that's what I'm listening to on Audible. Well, I haven't even started it yet, but... what is this one? Another Adam Cesar book called The Con Season, a novel of survival horror. That's only 4 hours and 33 minutes. Oh, Deep in the Woods of Kentucky. Oh, I might have to get that book. Like right now. I mean, that's a quick read right there. I'll be done with that in 2 hours. I don't use credits on this. If it's less than 11, did I tell you that? It was 10:46. So I bought it. I mean, I like his writing. So then when I got done with the reading last night, I watched 2.5 episodes of the second season of, what's this show called? School Spirits. I really, really like this show. A couple of you commented on my vlog last night, were like, oh, I really like it too. I think it's good. I think it's well done. I actually kind of had forgotten how good it really is. So, and a couple people recommended some things to me. Somebody said something about, on Amazon Prime, here, I'll give a little shout out, because I actually took a screenshot of the comment because I wanted to look it up. Somebody said, Waiting for Brilliance said, hey, how are you? The original Fear Street trilogy was even better than Prom Queen. It's in the same wheelhouse, but on Amazon Prime. It's totally killer and Lisa Frankenstein. They are campy, corny, summery, and slasherish with 80s vibes. So I saved that, and I will definitely go watch this. So thank you for that. And then I went to bed. And then I woke up and I was like, but now I'm feeling pretty good. And now I'm like, I think I could go for a walk. So I'll probably end up walking tonight, stuff like that. He probably won't be. Oh, he sent me another picture. Oh my God, look at their patio. It's gorgeous. And it outlooks over the golf course. Oh, they have like this. They have like a fireplace out there with a TV and stuff like that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. I just wish they lived closer to us. Let me text my neighbor back. Okay. And then tonight, reading, watch. Alex is texting me again. What is he texting me? More pictures? Okay, let me answer a few comments since I said I was going to do that. We got the patio furniture from Bed Bath & Beyond. I thought Bed Bath & Beyond closed down. Let me get this done first. I can tell by my views that people catch up with the vlogs on the weekends. Would you say that's true? I can kind of tell that. People are saying that they're catching up with the vlogs on the weekends. So that must be how it is, how it goes. That's the spice of life. Okay. Comments. Ash. I think I used to say Ash. Now, I don't remember if it's Ashley or Ashlyn. You're not alone in matching. So I'm sorry. I can remember you corrected me, and now I can't remember which one it is. You're not alone in matching your drink to its cup. I'll color coordinate my glass drink and a colored glass. Oh my God, I do this straw too. So with my protein drinks that I drink at, I'll do the straw. While I drink it in the solitude of my home to be enjoyed by no one but me. Girl, we are the same. Kristen said the best part of my day is vlog time. Aww. Alliteration said, thank you, Peter, for keeping me company while I'm packing and cleaning. Did you ever watch the Scream TV series 2015? Definitely fits what you're looking for. Okay, I think there's 2 seasons of it. I watched the first season. Somebody is walking their big, huge poodle through my yard. Oh my Lord, that poodle looks like one of those poodles from like a Disney movie, and it's this little kid. This poodle is like a standard poodle, but it's like blonde, and it's like 3 feet high, and it's... What's the cartoon I'm thinking of, where the poodle's like, woo! I mean, it had like the hair, it looked like it was groomed like a standard poodle, and it was this kid, and he was like 6, walking this poodle. Usually when you see that there's parents walking behind, but I don't see parents walking behind. I've never seen that poodle before. A poodle was like, ooh, where are we going? Okay, so Alex and I he finished it. I started watching it, so the girl with the short hair and stuff like that. I remember a scene around a pool or something like that. Did it end? This is the reason why I didn't watch that. One of Us is Lying, which is based on the Karen McManus book, which I actually like that. And I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV show. Alex liked it. I had a hard time getting into it, so I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but I might try that again. But Scream, does it just end? Like, I don't like shows that are canceled, but there's no ending to them. That's what I don't like. So I don't think I finished that. Loner Girl said, your contentment is showing in your face. You're looking so much happier and healthier. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to skim some of these. The Hello Kitty phrase has just totally won over this vlog, okay? And I have to just tell you, whoever said that to me, I have implemented that into my what in Hello Kitty. I have, like, said that so much. Stephanie asked me, did you ever watch the show Bloodlines? I did watch Bloodlines. I did not watch the last season. I don't even know why. I loved Bloodlines with Sissy Spacek. I can't remember who the guy is. The guy in it that is Bloodlines cast, that plays the oldest son that's the attorney, he is so good looking. Bloodlines cast. What's his name? Kyle Chandler. How old is he? Oh, he's older than me. 59 years old. He's a lot older than me. This guy. He is so good looking in the show. And Sissy Spacek plays her mother. I loved that show. That is a really great summer show if you're looking for a show. So many shows I kind of wish I could watch all over again. Cauliflower, still playing catch-up. Spinning Saturday on the deck, enjoying some beautiful breezy weather while I use my spinning. Oh, I love that. Christy said, are you not interested in the Valley anymore? Binge Vanderpump Rules with you and was invested. It's good, and I like the after shows. I am really, really into the Valley. Alex and I were going to maybe watch it together. He binged the Valley just like a month ago, the first season. I'll be honest with you. What is that? There's like a big bird in the tree. Oh, it's a mourning dove. And the squirrel's back. I do like the Valley. The thing is, I got like 4 episodes behind watching it every week, which means now I have like 6 or 7 episodes to binge watch to catch up with it. So I need to just do that for like 2 days. I think Sister Wives either ends this week or next week. So, and I have to like replace one show with another, if that makes sense. So when I finish Sister Wives, I'll probably, and Polyfamily is over too. But 1,000 Pound Roomies is starting, I think, on Tuesday night. So that'll be another show. But yeah, I'm going to binge watch. My next shows to binge watch, other than like thrillers or whatever, is The Valley, #1. And then after that, and if you like those shows, I would definitely recommend Vanderpump Villa. I love Vanderpump Villa. It's silly. It's not super deep, sad drama. I mean, some of it is a little bit, but not, I mean, it's mostly self-created drama. It's very scripted, a lot of it, but I like Vanderpump Villa. My next 2 shows, true reality shows to binge. I also have like 4 true crime shows. I have the Tylenol Murders. I have the couple from England, Fred and whatever her name is. I have the Sherry Pini 4-part series I want to watch. I have the Hulu thing about romance scam. This is ridiculous, you guys. There's literally like 20 birds in the tree right now, and the squirrel's climbing down the side of the tree. And this is chaos. This is absolute chaos. I mean, it's too much. So anyway, and I love every bit of it. I love every bit of the chaos. So The Valley is my #1 show. Then Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is after that. But yeah, I am totally still into The Valley. I wish I had watched it every week like with everybody else. So, Chad said, hey Chad, he said, I don't forget if you already watched it, but I Know What You Did Last Summer TV series is a good small town. I watched it recently. I think it got bad reviews, but I personally enjoyed it. Alex loved it too. I don't know why I couldn't get into it. I can't remember. Somebody said, Peter, going to the outdoor movie would be such a nice date for you and Alex. We talk about it every year. It's kind of a thing to do with like a couples. Like it would be fun, like, with the couples that were with, like he's with them tonight. Well, the husbands aren't there, but that would be like a fun thing for us to do, like for the 3 of us. Take food out there and stuff like that. Lindsay said, girl, the new feeder is gorgeous. Well, thank you. Stacy, hey, my husband is sending me picture after picture of this house. Stacy said, I love loving basketball too. She said, sorry for commenting a ton. Girl, don't be sorry about commenting a ton. She said, Now and Then is one of her favorite summer movies. I watched that, I think, the first year it came out 30 years ago. I didn't like it then. She really liked Pretty Little Liars. The last few seasons were not great, but I loved the first 4 to 5 seasons. Alex did the same thing. Terry said, I value you so much in the work you are doing online for your audience and friends. You are such an inspiration. That is really sweet. Thank you. Deb said, Peter, you're so influential on us and don't know it. How many of us started feeding the birds and squirrels because of you? Me, she said. Oh, I love that. Somebody said D and put all these things. Stacy said, it's me, Stacy. And Jennifer said, Peter talking about how peaceful he is while my kids are screaming and acting like wild animals. That level of peace is goals. I'm sending it to you. I'm sending you an hour of peace today. Rosemary said, I'm so proud of you and are making progress slow and steady. I'm trying. I really am. Glamums, hey! Oh, she messaged me about this. She said, how is Daphne and her duck husband today? Can't remember what you called Mrs. Duck, so I renamed her Daphne the Duck. So she DM'd me, hey girl, how are you? She DM'd me and I said, it's Howard and Donna. They were here already, actually, earlier today. But I like Daphne, too. What was her husband's name? Her duck husband. Well, her duck husband needs a name. Ash said, I love season 2 of School Spirits. Also, I have, okay. Who is that? I like season 2 too. I think season 2 is actually better than season 1. Christy said, my birdseed is decided with all the rain we are getting and is germinating. I have things growing where I don't want them, but I don't mind. Well, I have kind of wondered if like corn stalks aren't going to just start growing out in the middle of my yard. But this squirrel has been out there forever. This squirrel is getting full on some corn. The corn is like the first thing to go. Like I have to pull the corn out. I need to actually get online and order more corn and more seed. The corn is like the first thing to go. So I guess I'm not too worried about things growing, I guess. Somebody said, have you seen Scream Queens? Can't remember if you said you had. Alex and I both watched Scream Queens when it was out. That was like one of our weekly shows. Loved it. Thought it was fantastically done. Was that a Ryan Murphy show? I can't remember now. Kristen said, oh my god, that's totally me. I'm a passionate person too, and people often misrepresent that or misinterpret that. Miabo said, does YouTube censor words? I wrote a comment that I can't see. I don't really know. People ask me that all the time. To be honest with you, I have not deleted or anything, a comment in it's been a long time. So I didn't, obviously, on this, and that's not what you were saying. If you go in and you leave too many comments, sometimes YouTube sees it as spam. I do know that's happened because, I don't know if you remember this back in the day, I don't even remember who it was, but like every person that would leave a comment and say I'm new over here, they would say, welcome, welcome to the channel. I don't know who it was. It was real nice that they were doing it. But after a while, YouTube saw it as like they were spamming in the comment section. So they like deleted all their comments, and then they like reached out to me, and then they were the ones I think that informed me that was what was happening. On any of my channels, I have keywords, but the keywords are like derogatory words. They're words that like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why that happened. I have no idea why, but you left another comment on here, so, because you said on here your comment was about the Kardashians and everything you think of Northwest, like as I said, North by Northwest, the movie yesterday. I'm like, I don't have anything to do with the Kardashians. I literally on this channel, I have like 10 words blocked. The words are like the F word. They're derogatory words. They're words that we shouldn't be using anyway, right? Oh, wait, she said, edit, LOL. I found my comment on a YouTube short. How did that happen? I don't know. I'm so confused now over all this. Kristen said, trust Peter, love you, but there are things you could do, like mix up a reindeer and a moose gate. Oh my god, I miss moose gate so much. L. Nickerson said, you know, Peter, some might consider The Stand literature. I think a lot of people do. Actually, when I was in college, there was a Stephen King literature class, and that was 1990. I mean, and it was considered a literature class then. I would definitely consider Stephen King literature. Absolutely. Are you the one that keeps on pushing The Stand on me? Baby, it's 36 hours. They're back. It's 36 hours, okay? It's 36 hours on Audible, but I'm trying to get like 10 books ahead, and then I can listen to it. Kimberlaney, hey Kimberlaney, she's been around forever. Hey Peter, I could definitely see the pollen floating around on camera. I saw some laying on your shirt at one point. It's everywhere today too. Miyamo said, you read a few of my comments, but please read more, LOL. I remember one time when I was sitting on a bus and listening to Peter through my headphones. I heard Peter read my comment and my name. I got so excited, I jumped up from my seat. Man, you are loud, okay? I am reading Miyamo's comment. I got so excited, I jumped up from my seat for a second. Thank you so much, Peter. That is so sweet. I love that. Somebody said, I just also finished the movie Heart Eyes. It's a horror movie. Okay, I started that the other night. I got like 10 minutes into it about the woman running. She just gets proposed to and she's running through the winery. I couldn't get into it. Somebody else on here also asked me if I had watched The Residence. I have not. It's on my list. Some people have told me, they are getting really, really loud. Some people have told me that they really like it. Other people told me that there's so much going on. Other people told me they didn't like it. Christine, hey Christine, she said this show Roswell, New Mexico that was on CW a few years ago. Well, there was a remake of it, but I watched the original. I remember the original back in the day. I did watch that show. That squirrel's looking at me. The squirrel and the mourning dove are like right next to each other. Oh, there are some birds in the new feeder. Listen, I know you're building the house, but I'm trying to work out here, okay? Work. Oh, here it is. Landroy said, Peter, I can't remember. Did you watch The Residence? I have not watched The Residence yet. Aww. Cass called me handsome. Thank you so much. The pollen is from poplar trees, said Lynn. #1 allergy trigger. I didn't know it was the #1 allergy trigger. I took my allergy medicine before I came down here. Destiny said, thank you for reminding me to slow down and be thankful. It's harder said than done. Or it's easier said than done. Robin said, Peter's mom said, I'm being in the vlog today, even if I have to be a bird screaming at the camera and I have to make it literally snow pollen from the sky. I love that comment so much. Thank you. And Sherry said, I think that beautiful loud bird at the beginning wants to be YouTube famous. I agree. I think she do. All right, well, I'm going to get, oh my God, and everybody the other day explained to me the difference between, from that live in the South, pecan and pecan. And then somebody said, we call it pecan pie, but if it's a handful of pecan, I was so confused about all that. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I don't know if I'm going to take my walk or not. I want to, but I also feel like maybe I should take a day for my body to rest. So I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday. If nobody else has told you this today, God, it doesn't feel like a Saturday. It feels like a Wednesday or something. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.